Good afternoon, good early evening. You're in my cupboard. How you doing? How you been? It's about 3:30 on, what is today, Wednesday? And I'm about to make dinner, so I'm going to cook and I'm going to chat. I have some stuff to bitch about. Should be a good time. I'm reading a recipe. So, I just came back from Boo Boo's work. I went looking for laptops because my laptop, which is, I don't even think it's a year old, but the battery's pooched, and in order to use it, it has to be plugged in, which is fine. It is what it is. But I also want to download an editing program that I'm dying to try, and my current laptop doesn't have the storage space to store it or the power to run it. So I thought, well, since the battery's pooched, why don't we just start looking for computers? So I went to Boo Boo's work and picked his brain a little bit, and we found something that we think will be useful, and is on sale, but is still pricey for me. So I said, you know, they have like it's a credit card essentially for that place, and I said, you know, can we just check and see? I'll be denied because I'm always denied. I don't know why I even bothered. To see if I qualify for this card, because then I don't have to make payments right away, though I would, because that's what I do. So, we did that, and of course I was denied. And so, Boo Boo, being the sweet and wonderful son that he is, said, you know, I'll put it in, I'll get the card, and have everything in my name, and you just pay it. Cool beans. So we go to get that sorted, and he's putting in his information and everything. Now, he doesn't have a driver's license. He has an age of majority card. So he put that in. It is an option on the payment thingy as ID, right? So he put that in, and it gets to the point where you say, like, you have to put in like your birthday and everything. So he put in his birth month, his birth day, and then he went to put in the year, and it wouldn't friggin' let him. So because of that, we couldn't fill out the application, so I didn't get my laptop today. I hate that I get denied for this shit. Years ago, when I first moved to this town, I think I was here, it was under a year, I'm almost positive. We used to have a Zellers here, and I applied for I got their points card, and when I got their points card, they gave me an application for a credit card, which I went, ooh. But okay, I did it because I needed to start building some credit, right? So I was renting at the time, and I thought I was going to be denied because I literally just moved here and just started working, and I had zero money, okay? Zero. So I got approved for this card. Cool. I used that for a little bit. After about a year, I applied for a Visa card. Or was it a MasterCard? Doesn't matter. I ended up with both. Well, flash forward a few years, you know. My life went to shit, and I broke up with Monkey's dad and ended up having to declare bankruptcy. I've talked about this briefly on here before. It was an absolute shit show. My mom had been diagnosed with stage 4 throat cancer. I broke up with Monkey's dad. my credit cards, we'd been living off of my credit cards for a while. Like, I paid them all off. And then shit hit the fan. And, you know, my mom got diagnosed with stage 4 throat cancer. I broke up with Monkey's dad. And I ended up going on stress leave at work. I could not function. I could not handle all that BS. So, and the stress leave turned into compassionate care leave for my mom. So it was an absolute shit show for probably about a year. And we were living off my credit cards. Well, because of that, I ended up in like something like 40 grand in debt. And in between that, Boo Boo's dad wasn't paying me my child support. And I was still trying to fight for my divorce with him. It was just an utter shit show. So I did a bankruptcy, paid that, which was, it basically cost me 2 grand to abolish 40. Cool. Paid that back. I basically bought back the equity in my home. And ever since then, I think it takes about 7 years for a bankruptcy to get off your record. I'm pretty sure I'm past that. But I still, since then, have not, like, I just, nobody will take me. Nobody will take my money. They all think I don't have any money. What I don't have is, you know, extra money. I have enough to barely pay my bills. And that's it. So, I mean, if I do a credit card purchase, chances are I'm going to pay half that purchase off immediately. And then whatever your monthly payment is, I always pay at least $10 over that. So that you're not getting dinged with all kinds of interest and stuff. So, anywho, this thing freaking declines me. As I knew it would. And poor Boo Boo. I sat with him for 20 minutes, half an hour maybe, finding a computer. And then discuss, like, I broke down to him what I wanted to start trying to do with my laptop. For the YouTubes and whatever. And the editing and all these things I want to try and, you know, whatever. Sorry about the, I just noticed that. My kitchen is an absolute disaster. Sorry, not sorry. I live here. So, yeah. I was so frustrated. I mean, I knew it was going to get declined. It always does. I want this computer. And the fact that it wouldn't take Boo Boo's information so that we could do it another, like a way around, was just absolutely a total piss off. But whatever. I felt bad about taking, you know, 20 minutes, half an hour of Boo Boo's time at work. Because his shift hadn't been on for very long when I got there. And by the time I left, it was his break time. So, no sales for Boo Boo. Yeah, I felt really bad. But he wrote all the information down and whatever for what I was looking at. And hopefully, he says, I'll keep an eye out. You know, I'm going to start saving. And probably by this time next year, I should be able to get a way gooder laptop. Oh, it's so frustrating. You know what? I always thought when you own a house and pay a mortgage, that goes towards your credit. I honestly did. I didn't know until about a year, maybe a year and a half ago, that your mortgage doesn't count toward your credit. I had no clue. In fact, none of your utility bills do either. I was absolutely blown away because I have never missed a mortgage payment in my life. No matter how bad or how tight things are, that mortgage gets paid. Same thing with my property tax. Because you might shut off my lights, you might take away my water and my heat, but you ain't taking my house. We have flashlights, we got candles, it's all good. So, yeah, I was totally blown away. The only thing I pay that puts anything, and it's minute, toward my credit is my cell phone bill. Really? Whatever. I mean, I think the only thing I have outstanding is my college tuition. And that's got to be just about done too. I do a program through the government because I can't afford to pay back my loan. I never got a job for any amount of time in my field. So yeah, sorry, not sorry. And I don't make enough to pay back that loan. So there's a government program that you can do. And over time, it just lowers, like the government basically pays your student loan over time. So that is what I've been doing pretty much since I graduated. That should be done fairly soon. I think the last time I checked that balance, it was like $2,000 or something still on there. Which could be why I'm denied all these cards. Because there's an outstanding loan. But whatever. I will eventually get my laptop. It is fine. But it's annoying. Alright, what do we need to do here now? Oh, I forgot to add the wine. Can't forget to add the wine. Every time I make this, I always forget to add the cooking wine. Always. I suck. Cooking wine. Clean up as we go. Sorry, mushrooms. You'll be much happier now. And I think this cooks until the wine goes away. Yeah. That's fine. We can get other stuff ready. Oh no, there's really nothing else to get ready. This ravioli is the easiest recipe that I've ever done from HelloFresh. What's this one? It's tasty goodness. I don't know if that's focused, but it's so good. I love ravioli. I don't care what kind of ravioli it is. I love ravioli. It's so good. So we're just waiting for wine to evaporate and water in my other pot to boil. Cool beans, yo. Cool beans. So that was my frustration this afternoon. I don't know why I let people run these card checks for me. I know that they're going to get rejected and then I feel like an absolute loser. It's very frustrating to be 46 years old and have zero credit. Like, no good credit, no bad credit. I have zero credit. And then they tell me that, you know, I don't make enough money to do this or to do that. And yet, like, I was told when I bought this house that I would not be, that I didn't, I was told by all the banks, and I mean all the banks, that I didn't make enough money to buy a house. A bitch bought a house. It's not, you know, my dream house, but it's a roof over our head, the roof don't leak, and, you know, all the shit works. So, we's happy. Tell me I can't do something. Fuck you, bud. I will find a way. So, yeah, very frustrating. I gotta stop having these card check thingies run. It's fine. So tomorrow I am off. I have to take Monkey to his new high school. It's orientation day tomorrow. So funny because the student phoned yesterday. She was the sweetest thing. She phoned, she called my phone because school obviously doesn't have Monkey's cell phone. You know, and she said, hi, my name is so-and-so. I'm going to be with Monkey for orientation tomorrow. I was wondering if I was able to talk to him. And I was like, sure, absolutely. So I came and got him. And she was so sweet, I could hear her. She's like, you know, hi, my name is so-and-so. She's, I don't know, probably, I think she said she was in grade 11. You know, I'm going to be, you know, your go-to person for orientation tomorrow. I just wanted to make sure that, you know, we touched base before, you know, we got together. And if you had any questions or concerns, you know, she was very, very sweet. So, Monkey doesn't know how to people on the phone very well. It's painful to listen to. So, I piped up and said, you know, like, you know, find out where we have to meet, because I have no idea. That the school is friggin' ginormous, okay? I have no idea where we're supposed to meet. So, she said we were supposed to meet and everything, and she says, are there any other questions or concerns? And I shook my head, so he said no. And she says, okay, well, you know, Monkey, was really great talking to you, and I'm really excited to meet you tomorrow. We're going to have a fantastic day. You have a great night. And he was like, okay. I'm standing there going, thank you, and you have a good night too. And he's like, okay. You are horrible. He's like, I know. It's like, I don't like, I know. He says, I never know what to say to people I don't know on the phone. I was like, I feel weird talking to people I don't know in person. On the phone, I could care less. He's so funny. Oh my goodness. All right. I need, oh, I cut it upside down. Yep, that's the one I want. You go in there. Perfect. Perfect. So, yeah. I'm kind of excited for him. At the same time, I know it's going to be very painful for him. He doesn't do very well with new people and whatever. I mean, I know he's excited about not being with the same people he's been with for the last, you know, 8 years. That's why we switched over to an entire, like, not even just a new school, just like an entirely different school system. But I know he's going to be very, very nervous. He's going to be very quiet. I know he's not going to ask much in the way of questions. I just hope it goes well and he enjoys himself. He deserves it. And I was speaking to his stepmom this morning. She's the sweetest thing on the planet. Ooh! Almost burnt myself. She was telling me she was dropping off his uniform stuff at Monkey's dad's this morning. Because she was dropping the little ones off there. And I was telling her, you know, and she was going to get the money from him too, because I was going to pay her for the uniforms, and she was like, yeah, no, that's not going to happen. He can pay for it. I was like, all right. I kind of like the way you think. So, I said, you know, I'm kind of glad you couldn't, well, she texted me. I'm glad you texted this morning. I said, I was just thinking yesterday that we should get together for coffee or something one weekend. Oh, because she had mentioned to me that if I wanted to put her down as an emergency contact for Monkey at the high school, that I could. And I said, you know what, that would be fabulous, because my job in an emergency could take me a hot minute to go and get him or whatever, because we all ride in one van. So if I'm in a house, or if we're halfway, you know, if we're in another town, like, you know, it could take a while for me to get there, right? So having another option outside of his dad would be fabulous, because of course his dad is down as an emergency contact. So I said, yeah, I really appreciate that. That would be fantastic. Thank you. And I said, you know, I was just I was just thinking the other day that we should get together for coffee, because she had said, you know, Monkey is still very much part of my family and blah, 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 and I want to, you know, stay involved and whatever, regardless of, you know, her situation with his dad. And I said, no, I agree completely. I said, no matter what, you will always be part of this family. Like, she has earned her spot. So, she was very thankful for that. And agreed it would be really nice to get together for coffee. I was kind of thinking she might think I'm being hokey. But no, she took it well. She was like, yes, absolutely, we should do that. And it's funny, because I never would have considered it. When she was still with Monkey's dad. And I don't know why. But it just kind of seemed weird. This sauce is not going to be very saucy unless we're adding more water to it. Yes, but not much. Not much at all. Oh well. Get a mug here. I need a glass measuring cup. Mine's plastic and it's all cracked from using hot stuff with it. Oh well. Yeah, I hope this gets a little more saucy, because damn. I think we're done with the butter. Put that over here for now. So, yeah. Oh, the other thing. I was talking to my boyfriend last night. And I think I just finished vlogging yesterday. And he either called or he texted. I think he called. Yeah, he called, because I spoke to him. And he was telling me that, okay, so his son came home from a juvenile holding facility yesterday. Well, they got home late Tuesday? Yeah, they got home kind of late Tuesday night. So they didn't talk about house rules or expectations or any of that kind of crap, because there are a lot. So I don't know what happened through the day. I guess they had their talk. And, you know, the kid was kind of told, like, if you come to me and say that, like, you're going to go to the library, then you go to the library, do what you got to do, and you come the frig home. Like, you're not going out messing around with these other kids. Like, it's not happening. You do what you got to do, and you come home. No wandering in between, right? So, at some point, the kid says to him, I'm going to go to, I don't know, the library or whatever, and then I'll be home, right? Well, like, 2 hours or something goes by, and the kid's not home. So, and of course, he doesn't have a cell phone anymore. He lost that privilege. So, get my hot water here. How much of it do I need? 1/4. Whoop, turn it around so I can read it. There we go. Yeah, so 2 hours go by and this kid is nowhere to be seen. So of course my boyfriend's losing his ever-loving mind. Right, he's pissed. Rightfully so. And starts going out looking for him. Now he's a tall kid. Okay, he's a very tall kid. He's taller than his dad. And what am I doing here now? Okay, we're all going into the pan. Cool beans, into the pan you go. There is zero sauce here, man. Add half the cheese. What if I want to add all the cheese? I wish they gave you more cheese. No recipe ever gives enough cheese. Ever. Season with salt and pepper. Lots of the pepper. We love the pepper. And a little bit of salt. This stuff comes out so fast. This is not going to be saucy at all. Weird. Anywho. Goes out looking for him. Sorry. Doesn't find him anywhere. He's not at the library. You know, he's not at all the local hangouts. Nowhere. So, my boyfriend decides, fuck it. He wanted to go get a haircut. So, that's where he called me from. He called me from the barber shop. And is telling me all this. Now, technically, what my boyfriend is supposed to do in that situation is phone the police. And my understanding is he goes right back to the juvenile detention center. Now bear in mind the kid knows this, okay? He was also told, if I remember correctly, maybe I'm dreaming, that if he mucks up, like before, and the police are involved and he's, you know, taken away again, he's done. My boyfriend is done with him. You know, see you when you're all grown up. I'm done for you. Like, he doesn't get, or he doesn't care, I'm not really sure which, that he is really, he's not only messing up his life, he's messing up my boyfriend's life. And I've always been a very firm believer